I get asked a lot online and in the real world what I think is the best concealed carry pistol that won't break the bank. Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you what my criteria are for choosing any concealed carry pistol, and we're going to take a look at what I think might literally be the best bang for the buck in a concealed carry pistol. I'm talking about the Palmetto State Armory Dagger. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. And as I said, in today's video, we're going to talk about my criteria for choosing a budget concealed carry pistol and whether or not this Palmetto State Armory Dagger meets those criteria. But first, as always, today's words of wisdom from Proverbs. And today's proverb is 20, verse 3 from the New Living Translation. Avoiding a fight is a mark of honor. Only fools insist on quarreling. Like I usually say, that is just good advice no matter what book it comes from. And I would be remiss if I didn't say a big thank you to my friends at XS Sights for sponsoring today's video and for being a financial sponsor of the channel. I've been using XS Sights on any pistol that I carry to defend my life or my family's with for several years, and I'm really happy to have them as a financial sponsor for the channel. Their sponsorship makes it possible for me to do things like buy this pistol so I can test it for you. XS Sights are 100% made in the USA, and they are the fastest sights in any light. So thanks again to XS Sights for being a sponsor for the channel. Alrighty then, so is this Palmetto State Armory Dagger the best budget concealed carry pistol? Best is very subjective, so let me tell you my criteria for choosing any concealed carry pistol, budget or otherwise, and then we'll take a look at this one and see if it meets those criteria. So first of all, it must be a sufficiently powerful caliber. In my opinion, that's a 9mm at a minimum. I know I'm going to get comments about 380s. Maybe 380 for a backup gun's okay for me, but for a primary pistol that I'm going to carry to defend myself and my family, it's going to be 9mm at a minimum. Second, it has to have sufficient ammo capacity. For me, that's a minimum of 10 rounds. More is better. So third, which kind of feeds off of number 2, it's going to be a magazine-fed semi-auto, which means that you're going to have faster follow-up shots, typically a better capacity, and the ability to reload faster if you need to. 4, it has to be a dependable design. It's a sturdy design, runs reliably, and has good combat accuracy. 5, it needs to be concealable because we're talking about a concealed carry pistol. 6, if it's going to be a budget pistol, it needs to be affordable. And I have a number 7, that's just me personally. It must have XS sights available for it, because if it doesn't have XS sights on it, I'm not going to carry it. I got to have me some of them big dots. Okay, so that's my criteria for choosing a concealed carry pistol. And before we take a closer look at this, real quickly, I've had several people tell me that they thought I had just quit YouTube because they've been watching for years and all of a sudden they're not getting notified about my videos. So if you like the videos and you want to make sure you see them, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscribe button, click that little notification bell. All the hoops YouTube makes you jump through, and you'll get notified every time I post a video. So let's see. Let's talk about Palmetto State Armory real quickly. I have to say that there's a lot of people that hate them, a lot of people that like them. I'm one of the people that like them. My very first AR I bought in 2009 when Obama was elected, and so it's from Palmetto State Armory, and it's just a plain patrol rifle, and I've got several thousand rounds to it. I've had zero hiccups with it. It still runs flawlessly today. So I've got good experience with it. I have a 5.7 Rock from Palmetto State that runs like a champ. I have no issues with that. So I have high hopes for this one, put it that way. So, and one more quick ramble, I know, and we'll take a look at this. Another kind of a good testimony or an endorsement for Palmetto State Armory for this specific pistol, the Dagger, is when I was at Tactical Response Alumni Weekend last year, there was a guy there who was kind of an adjunct instructor, and he was a former Special Forces guy in the military and then a CIA operative, like a paramilitary operative, and he lives out of the country now. And so, but when he comes here to visit and to train and to teach, he instead of having to bring his pistols and guns with him, he keeps guns here. He's got keeps them in the safe at Tactical Response. They store them for him. And his choice of a handgun is a Palmetto State Armory Dagger. So and he trusts his life to it. So to me, that was a pretty good testimony, a good endorsement of the dagger to begin with. So now, finally, after all that rambling, let's talk about this thing. I'm going to take you down to the old tabletop here. Just some close-ups of this, kind of show you all the features and doodads on here. And then we'll go to the range. I'll take you to the range with me, and we'll run some rounds to this thing and come back and see how she stacks up against the criteria. You want to? Okay, here is the PSA Dagger. This is a full-size S model, which means, you see we're safe now. This has a 17-round magazine. It uses P-mags or Glock mags. And so basically it's like a Glock 17 lower and a Glock 19 upper. But this one has a threaded barrel on it, so it really has the same barrel length as a Glock 17, a full-size length. But the frame is a little longer, the grip is. So anyway, that's this one. So it's safe. So let's talk about this specific one. It has the RMR optic cut slide. This one has a threaded barrel that's available either threaded or unthreaded. This has what they call the extreme carry cuts, and you can notice that it's kind of beveled on the front, beveled on around here, kind of beveled a little bit on the back. A lot of bevels makes it easier to reholster and just kind of doesn't really relieve some of the sharp corners on it. The barrel length on this one's 4.5 inches with a DLC coated stainless steel barrel. This one again is threaded with 1/2 by 28 thread protectors included. This one is colored flat dark earth, the Cerakoted slide and flat dark earth frame. It has polymer frame with a very ergonomic grip shape. It has a finger groove here, has some pretty good, nice texturing on the front and sides of the grip. It's a striker fired pistol, has a hinged flat faced but it's curved trigger, and this is a little different from a Glock. Instead of having the little piece in the middle that comes out, this one has a hinged trigger. So if you can see that, I hope you can see it when you activate the trigger. This little tab at the bottom down here sticks down and don't want to let the trigger activate all the way. But when you toggle it down, it allows the trigger to go ahead, be engaged all the way, be pressed all the way. And a striker block safety and a trigger safety. What I'm not too thrilled about this one, it does not have a loaded chamber indicator like on a Glock. On a Glock, the extractor sticks out just a little bit, and it gives you you have a tactile loaded chamber indicator. This one I'll show you. We're going to make it hot just for a minute. You can sort of see inside there. Hopefully you can see this in the camera. I don't know. You can kind of see it if you look. You can see the round, but it's not really super visible there. Also have a accessory rail here with one notch on it, and this fits pretty much universal. Kind of extended mag release, which is cool. Again, it comes with one Magpul 17-round magazine, a Glock 17-round magazine that fits it as well. If you have the 15-round model, then it'll come with a 15-round magazine, and you can use Glock 19 mags. What else? This one comes with iron or steel extended height sights. They're not night vision. Not night sights. They don't have any markings on. They're just black, but they're high enough to kind of help with for suppressor height or to get to kind of co-witness with an optic. That's everything I can think of to tell you about the pistol itself. You can see it looks like, just to compare it, here's a Glock 17 training pistol, and you can see the grip is the same. The grip is the same length, basically. Slightly different style, but it looks really close. And then the slide is actually a little longer on the 17, but if you look, the barrel itself, because this is a threaded barrel, is about the same length. So again, you can get one without a threaded barrel, and it's going to be shorter. So now I thought we would take you to the range. Come to the range with me. We'll run some rounds with this thing and see how she does. You want to? When Chuck Norris wants an egg, he just cracks open a chicken. Alrighty, well, how about a little after-action report from range? And I put some background music behind that because there were a lot of other people shooting in there that day, and the audio was just horrible. So, first of all, I ran 100 rounds of pretty cheap range ammo through there, and if you'll notice, at the very end of the footage, had one round that did not fire the first time. I ejected it, did a tap rack, and fired the rest of the magazine out, and picked it up off the ground, looked at it. Hopefully you can see it. The primer was dented. It looked fine to me, but I reloaded it and it fired. So was it a light strike or was it bad ammo? Considering that the other 99 did fine, I'm going to say it was probably maybe just a bad primer. Maybe it was a tight primer. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't cedar. Who knows? But either way, 99 out of 100, flawless. And the other one, it fired the second time. So in my opinion, a good start. Again, I like to have at least 500 rounds through something before I'm going to trust it. So we still got some more ammo to run through here, but so far, I think so good. I was in varying ranges from 25 to 75 feet. If you saw, my accuracy is not great. First time I'd ever shot the pistol, first of all, and so I wasn't really used to the trigger. Although the trigger is pretty good, I think it might even be a little better than a Glock. It's just a little different. But when I slowed down, I did a lot better, obviously. But I tried it two-handed, strong-handed, off-handed, and not you know, it was combat. I mean, I was hitting a circle like this. But when you're aiming for the head and you miss, then that's what I call a dead grandma. So I had a couple of dead grandmas there, but all in all, when I slowed down again, it did better. So one thing I did notice, and you might have noticed it from the video, and you can especially tell it when I speed it up to kind of just quit dragging the time out. I need to work on my stability. I think I need to probably be a little more forward aggressive because I noticed I'm doing a lot of this rocking back every time. Every time I fire the recoil, it pushes me back a little bit. So probably need to work on that a little bit. That could have had something to do with my accuracy. So you saw that. You saw the specs. How does this thing, the Palmetto State Armory Dagger, stack up against my criteria? So first of all, sufficiently powerful fighting caliber. Check, 9mm. Sufficient ammo capacity. Check. This one has 17 rounds, and the standard size has 15 rounds. Magazine fed. Check. Dependable. Sturdy design, run reliably, good combat accuracy. Look, it's pretty much a Glock, and Glocks have kind of set the worldwide standard for dependability. And if you take this thing apart, which YouTube does not like me to do, if you look inside of it, set it next to a Glock, they look about the same. So I think just the design is proven. It has a proven track record. So I'm going to say that one, it checks off on that one. Concealable. This one is a little less concealable than the shorter model because of this grip. It depends on how you carry, but the grip is going to poke out more. If you carry at 4 o'clock, then it's probably going to, you know, it's got another ½ inch of grip here. If you carry a Penix, you might not notice it as much, but the threaded barrel kind of gives a little extra length too that you don't have to have. I just wanted a threaded barrel so I can put a can on here. And affordable. This thing is anywhere you can find it, depending on what kind of sales they've got going on, between $300 and $400. So I would say it checks the affordability box. And then finally, for me, my own personal criteria, it has to have excess sights available for it. And this thing is a Glock pattern sight, so it's a Glock sight cut. So anything that'll fit a Glock will fit on here, and excess certainly makes sights for Glocks. So in my mind, it checks all the boxes. Although, to be fair, I've only got 100 rounds to it, and we had 99% of them ran flawlessly. So I'm going to have to get some more rounds through here and see how it goes. And maybe I'll use a little better ammo next time. It was really super low budget ammo because, you know, I got to buy that stuff, right? So anyway, that's it. What do you think? What do you think about my criteria, first of all? And then what do you think about how this thing meets those criteria? Is the Dagger from Palmetto State Armory the best bang for the buck in a concealed carry pistol? I'd really be interested in hearing your thoughts in the comments below. And again, if you're not subscribed, I appreciate it if you would subscribe, but make sure you get notified all your videos, and it lets YouTube know that somebody wants to watch these stupid things. So that's it. Thanks again to the folks at Excess Sights for making it possible for me to get this thing and show it to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.